Has Harry Potter author JK Rowling called for her own arrest? She is speaking out against a new hate crime law that's been implemented in Scotland, explicitly violating it and challenging the authorities to enforce it by arresting her.
She's misgendered people. A new crime in Scotland. Will she be arrested? Welcome back to the JP React channel, my beautiful freedom-loving friend, where we like to call out the lies, hypocrisy, and corruption of tyrants and Satan, shine the light of awareness on woke absurdities, and highlight the amazing work of other freedom fighters. Now, for the sake of representing truth, JK Rowling, certainly a freedom fighter. Woke absurdities and tyrannical stuff, certainly being categorized now with Scotland and their new anti-hate speech law, which, if you're at all like cognitively not Biden, it's an anti-free speech law. So JK Rowling, she's long been outspoken, just speaking truth. Like, yeah, men competing in women's sports, I don't like it. And yeah, I'm gonna call them by their actual gender, not what they say their gender is. So she's been doing that, and that's great. She's just speaking truth into reality and reality into truth. It's a great, beautiful cycle of nature. But as of yesterday, Scotland has passed a new hate crime where if you say the wrong words, you can go to jail for up to 7 years. JK Rowling has absolutely violated that hate crime law. Will she go to jail? She has called for police to arrest her, and we actually have the conclusion from the BBC. All right, this trusted media outlet. Scotland's new hate crime law comes into force. Right on. So what does this actually mean? The Hate Crime and Public Order Scotland Act 2021, which is now in place today, apparently identified today as 2021, creates a new crime of stirring up hatred relating to age, disability, religion, sexual orientation, transgender identity, or being intersex. The maximum penalty is a prison sentence of 7 years. Mainstream propaganda would say, no, this kind of law, it's a free speech protection. Well, fact check false. Any limitation on speech is a free speech infringement. And when that happens, you no longer have free speech. We've heard many times over the years, many examples, this mandate, this medicine, this weird concoction, stay in your homes, it's all for your protection. And a lot of it, if not all of it, has all been for one's detriment if they've been obedient to it. And this would be absolutely no different. A law like this, it ain't about limiting hate speech. It's about limiting speech. I think the hateful people that make laws like this, they do not care about hate speech. They don't care about anybody's feelings or well-being. They're not looking to protect anybody. They're looking to control the narrative. And a way they control the narrative is they outlaw things that are not supportive of the narrative. And we need a nice, like, this is for your protection spin on it. So how should we phrase that? Okay, yeah, anti-hate speech law. Let's call it that. And then to the other level of obvious, probably like you, I don't love hate speech. Actual hate speech. I'm not talking about the woke, like, oh, you said something that is opposite of what I believe, so that's hate speech. My feelings are more important than facts. I'm not talking about that, but like actual hate speech. Like I hate hate speech. However, there's a principle. You have to be able to tolerate hate speech, allow it to exist in order to have free speech. I wish it didn't work that way, but it works that way. Like it or not, it works that way. What is the actual countermeasure to hate speech? Two things. One, better speech. That is a primary countermeasure. And the other is the hateful morons actually saying hate speech. Again, not what this law is like pretending to protect, but I'm talking about like actual hate speech. Let the hateful morons, they have hateful things to say, talk. That way we know who they are. Let them call themselves out. Like, oh, you sound like a hateful maniac. Cool, I'm not going to listen to you anymore. And JK Rowling, having a long history of what actually qualifies as hate speech under this stupid law, where she's appropriately gendering people, and then some of those people say they're misgendering her, which is JK Rowling apparently being rooted in biological truth and then being rooted in their imagination. JK Rowling qualifies as an executor of hate speech. And she's called for the police to arrest her. Like, hey, I'm not in Scotland right now, but when I come back, if what I'm doing is a crime, y'all arrest me, crucify me, watch my powers grow, that kind of thing. But there is an end to this story. JK Rowling just posted this on Twitter. I hope every woman in Scotland who wishes to speak up for the reality and importance of biological sex will be reassured by this announcement, and I trust that all women, irrespective of profile or financial means, will be treated equally under the law. You click on the announcement. According to police, JK Rowling hate law posts not criminal. So they're saying, well, yeah, we're not going to arrest her. And JK Rowling, who was willing to be arrested in order to stand on principle, is using that as an example. I hope every woman in Scotland who wishes to speak up for the reality of the importance of biological sex will be reassured by this announcement. So that's her being courageous and asking other women, follow my example. You be courageous. This law is meant to intimidate you from speaking your mind. You're a woman, you play sports. You don't want men competing and bashing your skull in and taking your first place trophies. Say something is the message of JK Rowling. This law is obviously meant to intimidate you away from saying something, but JK Rowling just said, hey, I volunteered to put myself on the cross. They didn't even put me on the cross. So please speak up, women. And when you click on that latest article, social media comments made by JK Rowling challenging Scotland's new hate crime law are not being treated as criminal, Police Scotland has said. With that said, my freedom-loving friends, look out for a new hate crime bill limiting your free speech. As, by the way, any limits on your free speech means you have no free speech. Look for it coming your way if you choose to accept it by complying with it, by apologizing your way into a corner of compliance, or censoring your way into the same corner. Same place, same result. It ain't good. It won't be on the right side of history. Look forward to seeing you on our next video, my beautiful freedom-loving friend. But until then, here's a special message not brought to you by tyrannical anti-free speech laws. If you're like me, you're on a mission to be as unhealthy as possible, where you feel terrible all the time, you're diseased, and have weak immunity. And something you've probably noticed too, is there's something mysterious going on with what were otherwise healthy people. We're seeing them get a lot of myocarditis, blood clots, they're dying suddenly, they're getting menstrual irregularities. And I think to myself, I too want those health outcomes. So I tried Spike Support by the Wellness Company, makers of the emergency medical kit. Unfortunately, it didn't give me the results I was looking for. It accidentally made my immunity stronger for some reason. Turns out spike protein is at the core of a lot of these irregular health issues people are getting nowadays. It's a lingering little gem from the you-know-what, as well as the man-made lab-grown you-know-what. It's been linked to all kinds of long-term health issues. Even Pfizer is now admitting spike protein's a problem. Spike Support is a unique blend of all-natural ingredients designed to block and dissolve spike protein in your body, so you can start feeling like yourself again with strong immunity and great health. If you're someone who wants to take control of your health and reclaim your power, then go to twc.health/JPReacts and grab your Spike Support today. And for 15% off, use code JPReacts. Enjoy.